Good morning all. How are y'all doing today? How are y'all doing? Thanks for joining me on my new Chat and Chew. And this morning I have some sausage links, a banana, ice green. Woo! I spilled it. Ice green tea. It was cold. It just dripped down my leg. It's green tea, you guys, so it's kind of clear. Ooh, I made a mess. And some hash browns. I love hash browns. Ooh, that thing's good. All right, so I got my green tea to drink, got some sausage link hash browns, and a banana. And first, before I get into my discussion, I'm going to go ahead and say my grace. You guys just bear with me for a moment of silence. Amen. So today I just wanted to talk about parenting. Being a parent, especially with Mother's Day just passing, Father's Day right around the corner. Lots of times you may hear me on my videos say, Daddy, Happy Daddy's Day. That's normally what I say to my dad and my children's dad, because I try not to call anyone father except for the man above. And I thank him every single day. Thank you so much, Heavenly Father. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I try to call him Daddy because because Jehovah God deserves all the praise, and he's not equal to anyone's side. I just don't call anyone father to be equal with him. I know that some people may not think of it or take it there, but I do. I want him to be the highest. I want to give him the highest praise, the highest thank, the highest honor. But back to the discussion. Parenting. I became a parent, I want to say at 17, because I was pregnant at 17. But when I actually had my first child, I was 18 years old. After that, I tend to have one every 5 years, because after 18, I had my daughter at 23. After 23, I had my second son, my third child at 28. So it's like 5 years, every 5 years, right? So I have 5, 10, 15. Everybody like, oh, wow, that's amazing. But really, I love my children. I love all children. Sometimes growing up, I would hear some of my associates, they would say when like we are on a city bus, or we are in a restaurant and someone will come up and tell us different things like, don't give that child that, or my children didn't have pacifiers, but some of my friends, they kept their children on pacifiers. And someone will give advice like, I think your child's a bit too old to have that pacifier. She's going to start bucking out or whatever. So, you know, some of my associates, they will always say, do you have children? Why is that always like a comeback at someone? It doesn't matter if they had children, but yes, to my associates, it did. It was like, how are you going to tell me what to do with my child? You don't even have a child. And I want to know if y'all feel that way as well. Like, if you're not a parent, don't tell me how to parent. But to me, you don't have to be a parent. You could have been a housekeeper, a nanny. You have still could have went to school and learned how to raise children. So advice is given, don't mean you have to take it. But at the same time, it doesn't mean that someone doesn't know what they're talking about because they don't have a child. So I just want y'all to drop a comment. Come on, drop it down below. Let me know what you think. If I didn't have any child, could I tell you how to raise your child? And I'm not really telling you how to raise it. I'm just giving advice on a particular subject. I'm not telling you, like, don't do this, that, giving you a rundown. But anyway, besides that, how many mommies feel like they're doing it all? I mean, at least 90%. Raise your hand. Y'all see my hand. Y'all see my hand raised. Oh, my goodness. It seems like parenting is on the mom, especially me. I'm telling you, like, I look at their daddy like, are you serious? You gonna let them do this? You just gonna sit here and allow them to? I don't get it. I don't understand. But everywhere we tend to go, people say, oh, those some some well-behaved children. Your children were on their best behavior. And I'm sitting there like, oh, okay, well, thank you. But it's just like, to the parent that see them acting up and they like, I'm gonna get you. You better straighten up. I'm gonna get you. When you ain't gonna be able to get back on that. I'm gonna take that. We just like that all day. We just like that. We just on our P's and Q's, y'all. We are just like, we're always watching. We're always ready. We always like, we can't have our child out here and people thinking we didn't teach our children how to act. We can't have them out here with people just staring at them, looking at us like, dang, they don't, you get what I'm saying? I mean, parenting, to me, it's not a job, but it is a huge responsibility. And besides you having to be the one that actually gave birth to the child, like I said, it could be your cousin you watching, it could be your niece, your nephew, a friend, a neighbor. It could be wherever, man. You still in that responsibility of taking care of that child while you're watching them until their parent or whoever comes and pick them up. You are held responsible. It's a huge responsibility. You want to make sure that that child's able to listen to you. And as we hear, like, our parents, our grandparents say nowadays, like, you couldn't even try that back in my day when I was a child. I couldn't even think about side-eyeing my mom, or sucking my teeth, or stomping, or crazy things like I couldn't even I couldn't even go outside at all on a school day, or once I go outside, I'm not able to come in. And they mean that. Once I come in, I'm in. Ain't no in and out, none of that. But nowadays, our children got electronics. Our children barely go outside to do anything. Our children, I don't know. It's just a whole different generation. Things are different. Our children don't know what a spanking is, most likely. But I mean, what are good reasons to give your child a spanking? I understand if you spare the rod, you spoil the child. I know what the good words say. You spare the rod, you spoil the child. Not meaning that I won't put that. You get what I'm saying? Like, I won't put that enforcement on them. They won't have a set of rules. To me, that's the rod. And I understand the rod of correction, punishment, taking things away from them, possibly even giving them a spanking. But to some parents and grandparents, they just take that content, spare the rod, spoil the child, just until you need to cut their behind. They don't think of no other punishment. Like, that's the only punishment. What's a good reason to spank your child? What's a good reason to spank your child? To me, I don't really want to spank my child. I don't want to spank them. But if they do something that's just like straight disrespectful to me, then yeah, I feel like they need a spanking. And I mean literally to me. Like, I have seen some of the nanny shows where children are hitting their parents, spitting on their parents, cursing their parents. Now, that's the reason to get a spanking. My children, they don't do that. They don't do that. Well, I mean, when they were toddlers or whatever, they may have like a little temper tantrum and make a mistake and hit you. Then, yeah, I would give them a little pop-pow, a little pop-pop to teach them that you don't do that. But a child big enough to walk, talk, change, you know what I'm saying, wipe his own bottom and things like that, they know better. So if a child that particular age is fighting you, spitting you, cursing at you, oh yeah, then they need a spanking. But I would really, really, really like to know what is a good reason to spank your child. Other than that, I most likely just try to take things away. Take your cell phone, take your tablet. No going to your friend's house this weekend. Your friend's not coming over to my house. Most likely, that's it. And most likely my children don't go to other people's house. I'm very, very particular. I want to know what that parent is doing. I want to make sure you're not around drugs. I want to make sure that you're not around danger. It's dangerous everywhere we go. I know that, but I cannot see you at your friend's house. If your friend parent allows them to come to your house, then I can watch them as well as you. That's more responsibility on me, but I can watch my child and I can make sure that my child is okay. And lots of times, like my oldest two, they don't like that. They want to go away as well. And they're like, Mom, you have to let us go and do things. Like, we go to school. Well, they don't go to school now because of the virus has kept them in the house. And yeah, they're aggravating. It's a lot of responsibility. You can't take a nap. You can't breathe. You can't even watch a television show. You got to be on them. You got to make sure they staying on task. But that's fine because I am my children's first teacher. And I'm okay with that. Even though I make a plan because I want them to stay focused and I want them to do better. Their grades are good. And it's just like I'm always just trying to make them perfect, the best that they can be, even though we know we can't be perfect, So that's just me. But you parents out there, I want you to drop a comment. I want you to just tell me, what do you feel about parenting? And you out there that may not have given birth or reproduced, whatever, but you still have watched your niece, nephew, cousin, neighbor, whatever, you give me some advice. Were you able to possibly spank those children or just take things away from them? Or what type of punishment did you give them when they weren't listening and obeying you? Because you have to obey me. You have to obey your boss when you go to work. You got to obey your teacher when you go to school. So you can't just think that you can do whatever it is that you want to do. There's rules. Even adults have to follow rules. And that's what we have to continue to tell our children or whoever children that we're watching. There's always rules. There's nobody on this earth that doesn't have some type of rules. So you can't be going all outrageous because things didn't go your way and you tearing up the house, you tearing up your toys, you being disrespectful to your guardian. No, you got to stop that. And sometimes dads can just step in the room and children will correct their attitude immediately. And then you also have those dads that just walk past and the child does whatever. The dad don't say nothing. The dad just look at the mom. Oh, I'm going back to work. I'm going out. I'm going to hang with my friends. I'm going to go build something. I'm going to my man cave, whatever. Dads, help. Give some enforcements, not in a rude way, because a mama bear, she gonna protect her cub even from daddy. So you guys, just don't be mean. Don't get rude. Don't get nasty with it. Don't belittle the mom like she didn't do enough. But step in, guys. And then I give a whoop whoop hand clap to some of the single dads out there. There are a lot of single dads. Have I seen lately so many single dads. I don't know what happened to the mom. She passed away. She just didn't want to handle the responsibility because, as we already said, children these days, they are not built the same. I don't know what's going on. It's something in the environment. It's just the world is changing. And they give up. And it's like some mommies are giving up quicker than daddies. Some mommies have to, no. But I know that works both ways. But I just wanted to talk about parenting, you guys. And we just have to stay positive and remember to keep praying when our children are out of hand. Seek help if possible. But in most cases, most people don't want nobody to give them advice on how to raise their children. But when your child out of control, you need some type of help. And don't let it be too late before you get it, because that's your child. And there's nothing worse than your own child being disrespectful to you and acting as if, who are you? Or like, I don't have to listen to you, or I'm old enough. Listen, you're in my house. Even if you get grown and you get your own house, I'm still your mommy. You cannot talk to me any kind of way. I understand you don't have to listen to all my rules when you got your own house, but you're going to respect me. And I am your mom to the day you die, even past my death. If I pass away first, I'm still your mom. You always gonna remember things that I taught you. You're always going to hopefully have it in your heart to respect the things that I've taught you. I mean, we all go astray, but we know where to come back. We know where to fall back. We know what we were taught. And if not by our parents, our aunts, our grandparents, our uncles, our dads, whoever stepped up and took that responsibility of raising us. Because raising children, and we all are somebody's child, raising children is just a big responsibility. And that's just what I wanted to talk about today, just parenting. There's some rules to follow, but there's no full book on how to parent, guys. We all need help at some times. And some of us start parenting earlier than others. And it gets rough. But hopefully it gets to be rewarding. Our children grow up and they start helping take care of us. They start helping take care of us, buying us little gifts even when they're young, making their little cards, and whatever they give you is just so rewarding. It's so loving, and I mean, especially when they write their own cards and they express how much they love you and care for you. They do. Nobody told them to write it. It came straight from the heart. So it's a very rewarding, guys. Don't give up. Keep praying, as I said earlier. Keep pushing. And guys, we'll make it. Stay positive. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all have a great day.